When you think about marketing for an accounting firm, what it can do is it can really help you attract the right talent. I was in a room with a dozen, maybe 24 other accounting firm owners last summer. And one of the firms had a bunch of their employees up there, and they just asked them, how did you find out about us? And every one of them talked about how they went to the social media accounts and checked out the website and did all their research on this potential employer. But the social media, for example, is where they looked, I want to know, what kind of place is this? Like, what's the culture here? Who are the people behind this? And that had a huge impact. It wasn't just, the pay matters, the position, the role, all of that matters, but they really wanted to know about the type of workplace that they were going to be in. And so marketing, social media, your website, all of these things have a big impact on who comes to your firm. And a lot of firms these days, they're seeing it as a dual track. We want new clients, we want better clients, but we also want to bring in the best people. And so we're constantly marketing ourselves in order to attract the best talent.
Yeah, and that's been our experience too. So interestingly enough, we have our Workshop Accounting Practice Academy, which has a marketing module in it. It's the 7th module of 8. Mm-hmm. And what I found is that's where it sort of, that module 7, that marketing module, sort of ties everything together that we've kind of have led up to that point. Mm-hmm. And you really have to do a lot of thinking about, okay, who is our target? Who are the clients that we want more of? Who are the staff that we want more of? And what do we want to do? Like, who are we as a firm? And so you can't really make some of those marketing decisions until you've defined those things. And I find that, often, especially the busiest firm owners, the busiest firms, they don't take the time to kind of think about those things because they're just on this treadmill that's sort of increasing in speed as they go along. And so what I'm talking about with marketing and defining that takes time. It takes an investment of time.
One of the things I like to tell people is when you're considering marketing, you really are going to pay for marketing 3 times or in 3 ways. The first way, and I also say you can spend time or you can spend money. A firm owner, you're a smart person, you could figure this stuff out. If you had the time, you could become a marketing master for your firm, for sure. The challenge is we're all very busy. That may not be the best place to put your time. But either way, the first thing you have to pay for is you have to pay for good ideas or strategy. That's the thinking time that you're talking about. And if you don't put in the time, or you don't pay someone who's put in the time to really think through that or help you think through that, all of your other marketing efforts are going to be a waste. And so if you go out and you just try to hire a marketing firm to say, hey, I just need more leads, but you haven't done the thinking work, the strategic work of what kind of leads do we need? Who do we actually want to attract? I've seen so many firms go out and spend a bunch of money on Google ads because they want more business clients. And all it does is make their phone constantly ring for people who are looking for 1040 tax help. Because they didn't figure out the right strategy of who to go after and how. They spent a bunch of money, got the wrong fit type of leads, and then they're back at square one where they need to think through the strategy. So just to finish out the thought, you've got to pay for strategy, the thinking time. You got to pay for someone to do the work, right? You have to create things, write things, design things, set it up, manage it. And then in a lot of cases, you have to pay for promotion. So you're paying Google to put ads on their platform, or you're doing retargeting on LinkedIn. Or you're still using time, but you're spending the time to post every day on tax Twitter or on LinkedIn or wherever it is. You got to invest in these 3 areas. But the one that gets missed so often is spending that strategy time at the beginning, and then the other stuff, it's wasted money because you're running really hard in a direction, but if you're not going in the right direction, you're not going to get to where you want to go.